And I thought for today, we would focus on kind of coming back to ourselves. I think sometimes when we get really busy, it can be easy to get pulled this way and get pulled that way and get kind of pulled further and further apart. And it's always nice. And I think yoga always does that as a way to kind of bring ourselves back to center and kind of bring ourselves back to who we really are. But I think sometimes we need even more intentionality about coming back to trusting that inner wisdom and inner guide and not feeling like we're unsure because we heard this and we're hearing that and someone says this is right and this is right and it can feel just really overwhelming. And so that's what I wanted to focus on today in our practice, coming back to center, coming back to that third eye chakra, that inner wisdom and intuition. So let's start in a child's pose for practice today. Feel free to use a blanket under the knees if you want a little extra cushion. Walk those knees nice and wide, and we're going to sink the hips back toward the heels. They don't have to get there. You can stay up further on the forearms. You just want to be able to hang the head and relax here. Sink that head, that forehead down toward the mat. And begin that process, that practice of tuning out the rest of the world, deepening the breath, that inhale, exhale. Letting the mind clear out a little bit so that we can hear what that inner guide is telling us. And giving yourself permission to be here and to do just that. A couple more breaths across that lower back, settling in, softening the body, clearing the mind. To walk those hands off toward the left side of the mat. Breathe and open up that right side of the body. And we're going to move through center. We'll walk those hands off to the right. Open up that left side. And then back into center. One more nice full breath. And then we're going to rise up with our inhale. Walk those knees underneath the hips. And then we're going to find a puppy stretch. We're going to walk those hands out in front. Melt the heart, the chin, the forehead down toward the mat. And walking those hands all the way back underneath, wrists under shoulders. Let's circle out the hips a little bit here. And then switching directions. Back into center. We'll cat and cow. Inhaling for our cow, lifting that gaze, exhaling for cat, tucking the chin around the spine. And we'll flow back and forth. Inhale for cow. Exhale, round for cat. One more. Back into center. Let's extend that left leg. Keep the foot flexed. Pull that core in and then reach out long with that right arm. Keep that breath. Keep that focus down on the mat, straight down. Nice long line. And release. Switching sides, right leg. Add that left arm. And release. And we're going to walk those hands to the top of the mat. Spread those fingers, tuck the toes, and let's make our way to that first down dog. Pedal things out here, bend one knee, then the other. And maybe find some stillness. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Find a rag doll, hanging heavy, grab opposite elbows. Sink that forehead toward those legs. You can have as big of a bend in the knees as you want here. We're going to release those hands, bend the knees so that you can grab a hold of those big toes. And then we're going to find a halfway lift. Flatten out the back, sink that belly toward the legs, gazing maybe straight down at the mat. Keep that breath. Reaching out through the crown of the head. And we'll release and round. We're going to walk out to our down dog. Hanging the head. And then we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Again, we'll find our ragdoll. Bend the knees, grab opposite elbows, maybe sway a little side to side. And as we release, find those big toes, that halfway lift. And on the exhale, we'll release and round. Using the inhale, we're going to slowly roll ourselves all the way up into our mountain, anchored in those feet. Maybe even rock a little. Let's circle out those shoulders here at the top. We'll switch directions. We'll squeeze the shoulders up, roll them forward. And release. Let's bind that left arm to the lower back. Right hand's going to grab a hold of that left wrist, gently pull it off to the right, and we're going to drop our right ear toward that right shoulder. And we're going to release, sink the chin down toward the chest. We'll bind our right arm, gently pull off to the left, and we'll drop that left ear toward our left shoulder. And we're going to sink the chin down toward the chest. Stack our palms on top of the crown of the head. Gently pull that chin toward the chest just a little bit. And release. Bring those hands back behind the body. We're going to pull the arms away from that lower back. Maybe tip the gaze up a little bit. And then we're going to exhale, bring that chest expansion into our fold. Hang the head, let the arms follow. And then we're going to bring those hands to the lower back. Release, bend the knees, plant the hands. Step back to our nice strong plank, high or modified. Exhale to lower down, squeeze those elbows in. On the inhale, we'll lift the chest. And on the exhale, we're going to send it up and back, down dog. You can always find that child's pose if you prefer, especially as we focus on that third eye chakra, that inner wisdom. On that inhale, we're going to travel to the top of our mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back here. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep up tall. Exhale, we'll interlace those fingers back behind. Open up the chest, tip that gaze up. Breathe it in, exhale, bring it into that fold. We'll lower the hands, find the mat and step back to a plank. Exhale to lower. Use that inhale for baby cobra and exhale, down dog. Using the inhale, step or walk to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep up tall. Exhale, interlacing those fingers. Open up the chest. Exhale, bring it into that fold. We'll lower the hands to the back, then to the mat, stepping to plank. Exhaling to lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Traveling to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, we'll interlace those fingers. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lower the hands. Step back to your plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Walking to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep up tall. Exhale, folding. We're going to step our left foot back. And we're going to open up to a wide leg fold, turning both feet parallel to the edges of the mat. And we're going to find a rag doll here. Grab opposite elbows. Again, maybe you want to sway a little. We're going to bring that stretch over to the left leg. Sink that forehead toward that left leg. Breathe. Through center, over to the right. Back to center. We'll inhale for our halfway lift. Nice flat back. On that next exhale, round and fold. And on the inhale, take your time with the head rolling all the way up. We'll bring those hands through heart center, reaching overhead. Exhale, turning those right toes. Warrior two. Strong but soft. Then we're going to straighten our right leg. Draw our hands to heart center. Turn toward the top of the mat, toward that right leg. And we're going to slide down that right leg. Again, sinking the forehead toward that right leg. This is where a block could be handy. And we're going to start to bend in that right knee so we can bring our hands down to the mat. Come to the ball of that left foot and step that right foot back and down dog. On the inhale, we're going to walk our hands back to the feet. Find that fold. Grab those big toes. Halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, walk back out to your down dog. And then we'll travel to the top of the mat. Feet to the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling to rise tall. Exhale, we'll fold. We're going to step that right foot back, opening up to that wide leg fold. We'll bring that stretch over to the right leg. Through center over to the left. And then back to center. Inhaling for our halfway lift, we'll hold. Feel that space between the ears and the shoulders, the stretch in the leg. On that next exhale, we'll release and round. Inhale, rolling tall. Reaching all the way overhead. Exhale, warrior two to the top. And then we'll straighten that left leg. Draw those hands to heart center. Turn toward that left leg and hinge, fold, sink that forehead down toward that left leg. And then we'll start to bend in that left knee. Bring those hands to the mat and step it back. Down dog. We're going to walk our hands back to the feet. Find that fold. Grab those big toes. One more time. We'll halfway lift. Hold here. Exhale, round and fold. Bring those arms back behind the legs. Really bringing that forehead toward those knees. And then release. We'll walk it out. One more down dog. Hang the head, sink those heels. Couple of breaths here to stretch it out. And then we're going to take the knees nice and wide, touch the toes, and sink back to child's pose. Maybe we want to massage out that third eye chakra here, rocking the forehead back and forth. left to right, right to left. And then on that next inhale, we're going to rise up, make our way through our tabletop and into a nice easy seat. Let's bring the soles of the feet together first. Grow up nice and tall, anchor in those sit bones, and then hinge from the hips and that chest, that forehead out toward the feet. When you find your edge, you can stay, breathe, try to let those muscles relax. And we'll roll all the way up. Let's send our left leg out. We're going to plant our right foot either side of that left knee. Pull those left toes back towards you. Reach the right arm behind. Left hand can kind of hook around that right knee, or maybe even come to the outer part of the right knee. Gazing back with a nice tall spine, never forcing anything. Coming back around to center, we'll bring the sole of that right foot to the inside of the left leg. We'll reach up tall and we'll hinge and fold. All the way up. Switching sides, the right leg will extend. We'll plant that left foot, come into our twist. Around to center. Sole of that left foot on the inside of that right leg will reach up tall and hinge and fold. So send both legs out, readjust those sit bones, pull those toes back towards you. Inhale to reach tall, exhale, hinge and fold. All right, keeping those legs extended, maybe scoot forward a little bit. We're gonna roll down onto the mat, but we're gonna go nice and slow. So we're gonna extend Those arms out in front. Pull that core in. Maybe lift the gaze just a little bit. And we're going to lean back and hold. Keep the breath though. Don't hold your breath. We'll come back a little further. Hold. A little further. Hold. One more. A little further. Hold. And then release. And make your way all the way down. Readjust here. Settle those hips. Maybe windshield wiper the knees a little side to side. Make sure the shoulder blades are nice and low. And then we're going to pull both knees into the chest and rock a little side to side. Massage out the spine. If you prefer happy baby, you can find that here. Whatever you want to do that's going to feel best for you as we get ready for our last and final pose. One more nice big breath in. And on that exhale, we're going to release, send those legs long down the mat. Relax the shoulders, hands by your side, palms facing up. And we'll blink the eyes closed here, as long as that feels okay. And maybe we focus on that third eye chakra, that space up and between the eyebrows. Focusing just there and just on our breath. Giving ourselves permission to tune into that inner wisdom, to see with that accuracy of the third eye chakra, and to trust what we know to be right and true. Breathing that deeply in, exhaling out stress and worry, doubt. Few more moments here to breathe into that inner wisdom, listening to that inner guide, coming back into the breath, and inviting movement as you're ready, maybe in the toes first, and then adding the fingers, coming into even a full body stretch if that feels good, whatever your body's asking for, whatever feels good. And then we'll all pull those knees in and roll to either side, rolling to the right or to the left, so that we can pause, seal in all the good of our practice. Breathe into that third eye, a few more breaths, exhaling out anything we want to leave here. And pressing back up into our easy seat as we're ready. Growing tall, shoulders soft. Thank you very much for sharing practice today. Namaste.